Test. Hello, thank you for tuning in. My name is Larry Duncan Allen, and you're in tune to No More Water by Next Time. Let this down a little bit. Um, Probably seen tonight's topic. It says we're not people of color, and I have a reason for that. You know, let me write this. I thought I had it right. Should have had it right before the show. But look, the reason I say that is because many times we get things confused about race. I know I was asked, say, why are you always talking about race? Everything's not about race. But I'm not talking about everything. I'm talking about race. Because most of the things that controls our well-being in this nation has to do with race. Where we live, the job we get, our education, how we're treated. It all has to do with race. So we cannot ignore it. Who don't have to deal with what we deal with, they can say that. They can ignore it because it doesn't affect them like it affects us. And the reason I say we're not people of color, people of color hasn't experienced what we experienced. If you notice, when you look at job application or any type of uh, thing that the government has for people, they list black people or African Americans and then people of color. They're not seen in the same realm as us because they're not. And the reason I say that is because as of late, we've been hearing a lot from people of color about why black people are not out there protesting with them, helping them out. Why should we? You didn't help us out. Matter of fact, when you look at the allies that black people have, we have more white people who are our allies and really no people of color. There are white people who don't like what's going on with black people. We have a lot of white allies. A lot of people haven't noticed, but in the last 10 years since Ferguson, black people really hasn't been marching, hasn't been protesting. There's been a lot of white people out there protesting for us. I'm in media. I've recorded protests where there was one I was there about the Stockley murder, and this was about 5, 6 years ago. I was over in downtown St. Louis, Missouri, and the audience was behind me. Up on the stage, there were black people. But when I turned around to film the audience, I had to try to find the black people. There may have been 6,000 people, not 6,000, 600 people out there. But I couldn't find a black person. I had to look hard and finally found a couple. So and Jews have been our allies in years past. Not now, but in years past they have been. But these Arabs, or as you all say, Arabs, with these stores, the Asians, we have more problems with them on a personal level than we do white people. We have problems with white people on a systematic level. On a personal level, we have more than them and keep giving them our money. But we're not people of color. Did you know that during segregation, the Hispanics and people of color also segregated their stores from black people? You're not our allies. You never have been and never will be. People, you notice, as long as people are doing, when we're suffering, they sit back and laugh at us, make fun of us like they did during the tornado. They're still on social media making fun of black people because the tornado hit North St. Louis. Okay, when we're suffering, everyone laughs at us, talk about us, don't want anything to do with us. When they're suffering, all of a sudden, they're our allies. You discriminated against us like black people. Now you're not doing like black people because we haven't done anything to them. Race is not our problem to solve. It's those who cause it to solve it. You don't like the victim to solve the crime or to stop the crime. You go after the one who perpetrated the crime. But look, the people of color, they're crying. Where the black people at? They're saying even the homosexuals, they discriminate against us like they do black people. No, they don't. You can do what you want to do, but look, the way you decide to have sex or what you chop off or add on, that has nothing to do with our race. Two completely different matters. So stop it. You people of color, you come over here, you start business, you come in our neighborhood, you're arrogant with us, but we let you do it though. And we let you do it. We shouldn't, but we do. But see, so we're not people of color, so stop putting us in that realm. Some people, black people, may want to come out there and help you. I'm not going nowhere. I can't tell someone else what to do. Well, I'm not a protester anyway because I don't believe in peaceful protests. Those two words don't even belong in the same sentence together. But the thing is, we don't know what's coming down the line for us. Are you gonna be there for us? No, you're not, because you might be in Venezuela. I don't know, but they don't want us here. They just, because of the way we came here and we are citizens, they don't know what to do with us. But they may try something against us. We don't know that. And you people of color want to be our allies now? Where are you going to be at then? White people is going to help us more than you will. You've never helped us. You come here and talk about us, and even, I'm going to tell you, many black people want to go to Africa, but you Africans got to get it together. Because you all are not very friendly towards us too when you come over here. You're pretty arrogant with us also. Now, we don't want to have to come over there in a strange land and you causing problems for us. So it's like with black people, we almost don't know what to do. If they come after us, and they may soon. See, right now, other people are suffering, and I'll tell you why. Many of the programs that they put a black face on, that they thought was going to hurt black people when they stop it, black people wasn't benefiting from it anyway, and it's hurting their own. Oh, I'm squinching. Some guy got a slight ear infection. But it's hurting their own. But what happens is they thought, when they put a black face on something, they know people are going to be against it. Affirmative action. White women and white men benefit the most from affirmative action. And the stats say white women, but really it's white men benefit the most. I'll tell you why. Out of affirmative action, they have a 17% set aside. They used to set aside 14% for black people. Now it's black people, white women, people of color, immigrants. They're all in it. Black people get hardly anything. Like maybe not even 1%. At one time it was like 1.5%. Now I doubt if it's even 1%. White women got the most out of it. But you know who went up? I told you this before. But that left the white males as a minority with how much? 83%. And he wasn't satisfied with that. He turned around, not 83% of affirmative action, but 83% of the action, while everybody else fight over crumbs. And he's not satisfied with that. He put his wife and his daughter up there like they're running the business so he can get a part of that 17%. Just greedy. Want everything. DEI, black people was getting like 1% of that. White women, 78%. They thought it was going to hurt us by stopping it. Those DEI jobs, not black people. Some, but not in numbers. You're not hurting us like you thought you were. And besides, we're used to this. We're used to you having a reconstruction every time we start benefiting. See, we're in another reconstruction period. This happened before. All of our rights were stripped back out. All the gains from the civil rights movement has been taken away. Probably take another 100 years to recoup all of that. But the thing about it, black people have to replan our strategy. We don't need the civil rights anymore. We can go elsewhere. Or we can say just leave us alone and let us build our own. You know, the Elijah Muhammad always wanted black people to take a couple states. You don't want us around. But every time we start gaining and benefiting, they burnt it down. Mobs killed the owners. Then so black people say, well, let us come and be integrated into yours. You won't let us have our own. They don't want that either. So what do you want? The race problem is not our problem, it's yours. We don't have a problem with race. You do. People of color do. So don't be putting us in there with people of color. You sit all day long on social media trolling black people's polls just to say stuff about black folks. And you're so out of touch with the real history and reality because they taught you propaganda all your lives. They taught you nothing about black people except that idiot Crispus Attucks, who's the first person to give his life for this country's independence. And why would a black man do that? Oh, boss, let me take this bullet for you. I don't want it to harm you. Come on, put it right there. I'm going to die for this country that's got my people in the South enslaved, my people in the North like the third-class citizen. I'm going to die for this country, boss. See you on the other side. What an idiot. Crispus Attucks. We had a school named after him. Get it? You want to take his name? You use DEI to take somebody's name off? Take his off. Die for the independence of white folks. Because it sure wasn't for you and yours. But I tell you what, though. You see, this stuff didn't hurt us, and we're used to this. Rights given, rights taken away. And it's to the place black people not even paying this stuff any attention anymore. We're going on about our business. But we have to know about it. We look into it, but we're going on about our business. See, the Caucasian race is in decline around the world. You see how they're kicking them out of Africa? The Africans finally woke up, finally. I don't know how you allow that to happen in the first place. Just let them come in and take your stuff. They put in a puppet president, make him a billionaire, a multi-millionaire while the people suffer. But they kicked the French out of Burkina Faso with Ibrahim Traore and Niger and Chad. They're forming a military alliance. So we depend on our own military. Burkina Faso, they got their first female fighter jet pilot. We don't hold our women back like that. I remember when I used to work, and there would be like women come work on the job. You know, the white guys, they really think they're superior to everyone, even their own women. They were angry because women were working on the job. The black guys was happy. Glad to see women on the job. If they were real women, they wouldn't be working a man's job. That's what they would say. You see, we have to start looking out for each other and stop just ridiculing each other. Because right now, we don't like each other much. We treat other people like as though there's somebody we're in love with, but you got this lover who won't show you love back. So you get angry when they do something. Notice, we only get angry when folks do something to us. All the other time, we kissing their tails. And then after we get over that anger, we're just back to business as usual. But we're going to have to learn. Don't nobody love us. And then think about it, if don't nobody love you, you may as well hang out with yours. At least you can benefit something together. We don't all have to love each other. We just have to take care of business. Don't have to be a love fest. You think everybody else who's doing well love each other? We just have to take care of business. And let me tell you, it was always said that black people had a Messiah syndrome. We're looking for this Messiah to come and just free us of everything. Look, only one Messiah has came. And he left here. He's coming back. But he's not coming back as the Messiah, though. But look, these people are not messiahs, because when you're looking for a messiah, I said it because a lot of people call it Abraham Traore and Burkina Faso like he's the messiah. When you're looking for a messiah, you become stagnant and waiting on that messiah to come and handle everything. Well, you don't have to do anything. Any people who rise up and do something good for their people right now, they're not a messiah. They are a leader, but they're not a messiah. So let's get out of that Messiah syndrome. There's only been one Messiah on this earth. And he's gone, and when he's come back, he's not coming back as a Messiah. The Messiah, that work is done. He's got another work now. But look, getting back to what I was saying. If you notice, when you go into these shops, these Indians are in our town now. Coming talking our old language. I try not to go in those shops unless I have to. And see, like I said, a lot of people say, oh, you just don't like white people. What did I just say? Our biggest allies has been white people. But nobody said when they speak against black people, you don't say, oh, you just don't like black people. All on social media. They run us down all day long. And then when the black people start firing back, here's some white person come on the page. Oh, we are one race. We are the human race. But I don't see them tell their people that. When their people firing on us, I don't see anyone come on there and say, oh, don't stop that. We're all the human race. You only tell us that. You see, we always have to have the water while they have the fire. See, we got to water everything while they burn everything. If they talk about us, it's fine. But when we say something about race, it's the race card. We don't control this society. It's like you're playing cards. The person who controls the deck decides what goes in there. Quit putting the race card in the deck if you don't want to play it. And we don't play it. We show what it's about. You play it. We don't. See, we don't have time to play no more. Our people got to decide what we're going to do. We're going to stick with each other and claim our own stuff and do like they're doing in Africa. Run all these people out of our town. We can have our towns. We can have our own businesses. See what they do? They go take a class on us. Them Arabs, as you all say, Arabs. You know what they do in that class? You notice the name of all their stores? These people of color that come in our towns and open up stores. They have a thing that black people like royal sounding names. Notice the name of their stores? Imperial, King Mart, Crown Mart, Queen Beauty Supply, King Mart. It all has to do with royalty. Because in their class, they're taught that black people like royal sounding names. You know, all their stores have those. Most of their stores have those type of royal names. Oh God, this ear infection hurt a little bit. But look, we don't have to keep falling for everything they put out. The Africans are waking up. Now let's wake up. Because they're not playing with us. We need to stop playing with them and leave these people color on them. Don't be running out there to them. I'm going to tell you something again what they're doing. You saw those protests they're having? If you notice, when they're talking, and they talk about the disenfranchised groups, one thing I haven't heard yet from them. They'll talk about women, people of color, trans people, all them, well, all the homosexuals and all. They talk about immigrants, but they never mention black people. I haven't heard them mention black people yet. But when black people, if it was black people, we'll mention everyone. I mention black people. They can mention themselves. Now one people, when I mention the Jews, let me go back to the Jews. The Jews first used to have stores in our neighborhoods, and they were probably the best ones. One thing they did, they would live above or below their store. They actually lived in the neighborhood. They actually did. And what would happen, see, black people couldn't get credit for many things. See, like a home loan. Black people couldn't get credit to fix up their house. So their house didn't look as well as in other neighborhoods. How could it? They can get loans and you couldn't. So, but one thing black people could get was credit from the Jews with little or usually no interest. So what would happen is black people would go to those Jewish furniture stores and get furniture on credit. That shabby looking house on the outside looked like a palace on the inside. A lot of people would tell you years ago how, like if some white people came to black folks' house for service, they had to throw blankets in all over the furniture. Because if they came and saw how good it looked inside, they wasn't getting anything. If their boss, where they worked, the boss of the company came over, they had to hide the furniture because when they didn't, he said, "Oh, it looks so good in here. How you all live this good off that money I'm paying you?" Next thing you know, they had to find them another job because they thought they were stealing. Black people had a new car. Now, they would give you a car loan because they know they can always repossess that car. But they didn't want that house of yours. But see, what happened is black people have a nice car. They had to have an old car that they drive to work. Because if they drove the new car to work, they would soon have to find another job. Because they were going to get fired. We keep having to prove ourselves every time. There was one time, if a black person had a nice car, you got pulled over. You dress nice, you got stopped. We got to prove our existence every step of the way. And we're getting tired of it. We're not getting tired of it, we're tired of it. That's why a lot of times you see when the police pull the black guy over, you say, why don't he just do what he say? I think that also, but sometimes people just get tired. And and another thing, you see other people can do that stuff to the cops. And the people on social media, they side with the people. But when a black person does that with the cop, they side with the cop. See, they're only for the blue when it's the blue against the black. But when it's the blue against the white, they're for the white. They don't care that much about cops. They just talk that crap because they want them to do something to us. And the people of color do too. They don't care nothing about us. Quit worrying about them folks. Let them worry about themselves. They don't worry about us. And we shouldn't worry about them. Like I said, what people of color are our allies? None. We do have some white allies. Matter of fact, white people was doing most of the protesting for us. After Ferguson, a lot of people don't realize that black people had stopped protesting after Ferguson. It was most of the other folks doing it. It did get more violent when they was doing it though. But we knew how to keep that down. During Ferguson, I went out there because I covered media. Do you know they always talking about violent Black Lives Matter riot or Black Lives Matter violence? That's never been. Any type of violence had nothing to do with the protesters. If someone comes to your protest doing something away from your protest, committing a crime, what's that got to do with your protest? Do you know how the looting and all stopped in Ferguson? The protesters, they got tired of them people coming out saying it's ruining their cars. The police wouldn't do anything. The protesters left the lines And they put an end to it, not the police. But see, you don't hear that part. I know. I was there. I saw it. Like I said, I'm in media. I wasn't a part of it, the protest, because I don't believe in peaceful protest. I'm kind of like the white folks. I don't protest peacefully. And there's not enough people like me, so why should I get involved in that? So I just record it. But look, we have but we have other allies, and it's not people of color. We're treated worse in their countries than in the European countries. They come over here and they treat us like crap, and you all know it. But still, no matter who help us, no matter who are our allies, we still have to fight our own fight. But when it comes to now, I think it's better we sat down. Now, that's my opinion. Now, anyone who want to go out there, that's on them. They have to think for themselves. Because I think we have to hit them all kind of ways. Start a GoFundMe to get up out of here. Let them see plenty of us doing that. It'll get their attention. So that we don't have to keep putting up with this crap. If you want to go, go. But don't go broke. They want us gone. And send $1 million to our GoFundMe. Or the government give each person who want to leave $1 million. Let us get up out of here. Because we're not going to leave broke. Our ancestors came here broke, but we're not going to leave broke. We're going to get paid for their work and all what you've cheated us out of. Which is really more than $1 million, but we have to come to some type of sum total. But look, we're going to, I just want to, I'm not going to stay long tonight because I got a little bit of a ear infection, but I just want to say, let's not be tricked into coming out trying to help these other people. And, because see, they don't help us. Like I said, we had more white help than we did people of color. And let me tell you another thing. I've told you this before. I lived around all type of people out in LA. Was around all type of people. Do you realize that they hated us? The Mexicans, all of them. They wanted nothing to do with us. They'll tell you that the Mexicans tried to keep up a war with the black people in Los Angeles. They did. Find an old man sent the bus stop and shoot him. But see, the thing is, we don't we don't have any allies when it comes to people of color. And so why would they expect us to be their ally? They're calling on us. Their own YouTube crying, where the blacks at? We're minding on our own business, like you did when we needed your help. See, we black people, we got to start doing some tit for tat. Quit trying to be the moral Superman. Everyone expect us to be the bigger person. I'm not the bigger person. When you go low, I'm going to go lower. And you all may call that petty, and I'll just be petty. Because for you being a bigger person means you letting people walk all over you and you still treating them nice. No, I believe in all your teeth for a tooth. Your life for an eye. You have to hit people back stronger than what they hit you with. And it's not no eye for eye, tooth for tooth in me. It's eye for your life and your teeth for a tooth. We got to stop playing with folks. They're talking about coming up in our neighborhoods and you all jumping out. Let's give them something to jump back up in there with. Because the police is on their side. Now we got to be ready. I don't think the police around here is going to be on their side. Why in the world would you tell me they don't need a permit? Why would you let people who are a terrorist group to black people try to come up in a black neighborhood and march? You're not going to let Nazis go and march in a Jewish neighborhood. We're not going to put up with this. They come in our neighborhood. Let's give them something to leave with. Now, I'm going to tell you, they're going to come armed. So y'all know what to do. Wink, wink. See, we got to stop playing with people because they're not playing with us no more. You don't have no. See, one thing about us, when we protest, we didn't have to wear no mask. What they wearing mask for? But we better get ready. They jump out them U-Hauls, and besides, it's against the law for them to ride in those U-Hauls anyway. People in the back of those U-Hauls, but the police let them do it. We can't depend on the courts anymore. We do not have a Congress anymore. We got one, but they have no power. They're going along with this idiot, Orange idiot. The Supreme Court, if you cannot enforce a law by them arresting this man, then your ruling and your laws is just a request. You honor it if you want to, you honor it if you don't. If you can't enforce it, you're powerless too. Sitting around talking about all day long, I see what they're talking about, what Trump doing wrong. We know what he's doing wrong. We know he's an idiot. We don't need you telling us over and over again. Do something about it. That's what we need, you to do something about it. But we need to think of some many different strategies. It don't always, we all don't have to do the same. Some can start a GoFundMe. Some can petition for $1 million reparations for relocation fees. Because they talking about one, they may soon try to start sending us down to the prisons. That's why I said you all still want to do all this shooting around here. And if you got that protesting, they may try to send you down to El Salvador, Sudan, or somewhere. So, but what I like to know is, that's an inflation. Look, what I'd like to know is that if they send these people to these foreign countries, they must plan on holding them for life over those minor charges, because when are you going to let them out? How are you going to let them out there in a foreign land? They're sending some of the Latinos over to Africa. If you let them out of prison, what are they going to do? Where are they going to go? It appears they don't plan on letting them out. And what serious crime has they committed? Now, going to DEI. Do you see the incompetent people? They're trying to say that only white males can do a good job. No one else can deal with DEI, can deal with things except white males. I didn't put my graphics up, did I? That only white males can deal with DUI, they can deal with jobs. But they're the ones screwing up everything. If you look at the statistics, it shows that when white women or black people run companies, it's usually more profitable. Why? Because they're not given stuff. They have to actually earn it. Just look at how everyone's messing up now. All in government and everywhere. These are white males doing this. So maybe they should have kept some DEI people. They're the ones messing up. But you didn't hurt us like you thought you was going to hurt us. You thought you put a black face on that stuff is going to hurt us. You know why they want to stop? They're coming with the DEI. You know, you didn't hear this phrase until later. Until after the election. They're making all type of new phrases like woke. Black folks been woke. You know what their problem? Their problem is that after George Floyd and Michael Brown, white people start finding out about black history and sympathizing with us, so that they were asleep because they didn't know a lot what was going on with black people. A lot of white people don't know about Tulsa. A lot of them don't know about all the black towns that were burnt down. They try to say black people just lazy, won't pull themselves up by their own bootstrap, because that's what they were taught. They were taught that. They didn't know about all the progress and all the inventions that black people make. They don't know about it. But when they started learning about it inside with black people, they said, we got to put a stop to this. So they started a new reconstruction and trying to eliminate everything about black people. They want to take Thurgood Good Marshall's name off of a ship. Taking black people's name off of buildings, but putting back up Confederate names. Let them take it off. We know of these people. We don't care if they recognize them or not. We can recognize our own. We don't need them to do it. That's our problem. We want everybody else to recognize us. If they want to stop King Holiday, we can celebrate ourselves. We don't need them. We can do it ourselves. So now they're talking about woke. Will you stop and think? Why would somebody want you to be asleep? Don't that do that make sense to you? To somebody telling you, I'm talking to white folks now. Somebody telling you not to be woke. How stupid does that sound? They want you to sleep. That sounds like somebody who wants to sneak something past you and waiting for you to go to sleep to sneak it past you. Don't want you woke, want you sleep. They want you asleep. Use proper grammar. They want you asleep. But see, because black people already know. They don't want you to know. Because when you found out, you started siding with us. And they can't have that. You start voting with us. They can't have that. But what they don't realize, this is not the 1950s. Black people and white people have interacted with each other more. You go to the average family reunion of black people, you got white people there. You go to white people family reunion, you got black people there. We've interacted more. And it's not going to have that bigger sting, segregation, and like it did with Jim Crow when they reinstituted segregation. It's not going to have a bigger sting because we've interacted with each other too much. And a lot of white people are not going to go for it. You got white people who got good black friends. Black people got good white friends. They're not going to go for that. But even though we do have some white allies, it takes us to save us. We have to apply the strategy. And good they work along with us, but it's still our fight. Now they right now it's not affecting us much, but they're gonna realize that what we're doing now is not helping them, hurting them much, and they're gonna come after us. Let me take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned with me. I'm gonna come back and finish up.
What's good, everybody? My name is Brandon Hunter, also known as OG Brando, and I am the founder formulator for the Origin of Greatness. In front of me, I have my product, the OG Hair Sheen, which is all-around great moisturizer, and then I have my hemp seed butter, which is all-around great moisturizer for the skin as well. If you have any questions about either of my products, please, you can find me at the Origin of Greatness on Instagram, the OG LLC on Facebook, and at our website at theog.net. And also be on the lookout for the OG in collab in connection with Tierra Speaks. You might just catch us, with some, we got a little collab going on. She got her thing with her self-care box, and so we got some things coming. But greatness is definitely on the way. Onward and upward.
Hi, we're here today to promote the Juneteenth Art Contest. This year we have two categories. We have the youngest, the 12th through 5th grade, the K through 5th grade. We want all the artists to submit their original art piece, whether it be sculptures, abstract, watercolor, however you want to.
I'll come back. I don't know why when black and that commercial wasn't showing. I may have to re-download it. But that commercial you saw about the hair products, oh, it was showing. I was looking at the wrong screen. But that one, the one about the hair products, it's a very good product. I use is like a hair sheen. They got different products, so it actually grows your hair back. That people who are bald, most of my hair has grown back on the top. I just keep it shaved because I like it that way now. But my eyebrows used to grow right here, halfway and stop. Now I have full eyebrows. You saw his information, give him a call, or he's in the same building as I am at 4601 State Street. Come and check his products out. He has a very good product and it works. Like I said, I just like my eyeball now, but I can go most of mine, but not all of it, but most of mine back on the top. And it's really helped my eyebrows to come around. It came around a little bit too much. I might have to kind of start cutting it. Because it's coming down a little bit too far. It come all the way around here if I let it. But and the second commercial, I didn't let it finish playing out. What happened was that was a Juneteenth Queen pageant. That's gonna be coming up. I believe it's in July after the Juneteenth celebration. Well, Juneteenth is on the 19th. It's gonna be coming up soon. But they're having like an essay, and the winner gets I think like $186 for the 186 years. So let your children check it out and see. We don't have a Juneteenth queen because when the women do stuff, they don't think about us. We think about them, but they don't think about us. They think about women. We think about black people. People, not just black men. We think about black people. They think about black women until they need us. Where the men at? Oh, we're the least protected. We don't have where the men at? We're not no dial-up men when you want us, and discard us when you don't. Now we're going to work together and not separately. If not, we just have to do it by ourselves and you do it by yourself. Well, I wouldn't like to see it that way, but we can't keep letting you use us. But look, back to what I was saying. We're gonna have to work not with people of color. We don't need to be working with them because they just want to use us when they need us, and we can't be dealing with them like that. I'm not gonna stay long tonight because I got a little slight ear infection. I don't usually get stuff like that. I don't usually get colds or ear infection or anything like that. But I have it tonight. It's just about gone, but still a little tingling every now and then. But look, remember what I said. I can only say things, but it's up to you to do what you want to do. But we have different ways we can fight, and that old way of getting out on the streets marching, that's not working for us. So we need to cut that out. Well, I say I'll cut it out. There's something who feel that I'm not going to do that because there's something who feel that they need to do that. And that may be the way some need to do it, but myself, no, I can't do it. I didn't do it when it was popular because, like I said, I don't believe in peaceful protests. But I never discourage other people from doing what they need to do. And we need people who gonna help us because this time around, come on, I think we got something coming down the pipeline because they're seeing what they're doing now is not affecting us much. And we need all our people. The churches have always been there. But come on, the Nation of Islam, you all never put boots on the ground. Minister Farrakhan would come and give a nice speech, but you all never put boots on the ground. We're not doing it the way you think we should. It don't have to be perfect. These things don't have to be perfect for me to participate. No, I'm not going to say me. We're going to help our people. We can nitpick every little thing. It has to be like this, or it has to be like that, or I'm not going to participate. Why do we, as I said in the other broadcast, why do we have to be perfect or we deserve nothing? We have to be perfect or we deserve whatever people do to us. black people own slaves, so I guess it's okay because white people own them. What did I tell you last time? They don't talk about the Jews when they talk about the Holocaust with the Jews. There were Jewish Nazi people in the Nazi Party. There was 280,000 known Jewish Nazi soldiers. Helped lead their people to the death camps. But you don't hear Jews bringing that up when you mention the Holocaust. All people have had some of their people to help in their suffering and in their demise. All people have, not just us. So quit expecting us to be perfect or we don't deserve anything because no one else is. We got some work ahead of us, and I'm going to get ready to call this a night. And I'm going to cut it short tonight. But tune in with me next time, No More Water. Fire next time. I'm going to have a guest on with me on the next program because that's what I'm used to doing. Having a guest on and we go back and forward, talk with each other. I'm not used to just sitting doing all the talking myself. So that's why I kind of jump to different subjects because we got so much going on. We got a lot going on. And we don't have time to deal with other people's problems. They don't deal with ours. Don't let these people fool you into jumping. And another thing I want to say, let's see how many black people come out to Juneteenth. It's going to be the same amount that crowded up in Cinco de Mayo. And them people don't give a damn about you. The bad vendors are taking your money. But the black vendors at Juneteenth can't get any money because you gave all yours to Cinco de Mayo. And now you won't come to your own. Come on, happy Cinco de Mayo. Don't bring that mess to me. And then we'll never say happy Juneteenth. Juneteenth was about the last black people being liberated down in Galveston, Texas. They sneaked them down there because they thought the South was going to win the war and they still have their slaves. And then they had to send troops down there to make them free the slaves. And you rather celebrate Cinco de Mayo than the freeing of your own people? That's some kind of sick, don't you think? That's really sick. Of people who don't like you, who fight against you and yours. But you rather celebrate them than celebrate your own. As I say, I'm not going to hold much tonight. So, again, this is No More Water, Fire next time. We're no longer going to bring the water. We're going to bring the fire. We need to stop. I'm not talking about physically burning stuff up. I'm talking about mentally. And the way we do things, we need to do it with that fire in our eyes instead of water dripping from our lips. Like I said, no more water. Fire next time. Because I'm going to tell you this. As long as people think you're going to come passive, they're going to keep bothering you. And then when you start putting it back to them, or you're playing the race card, then you start putting it in the deck. Because you control the deck. We don't. And we don't have to play anything. We got stats and we got history behind what we say. What you say is what you think. We can back ours up with history. So they can see because they're telling you to be asleep because they trained you. They fed you propaganda all your life. That's why you say the stuff you say about black people. They fed you propaganda. And they fed it to black people. As I said, when I was coming up, I didn't know nothing about slavery. They didn't teach it as at home. I didn't learn about slavery until I got high school age. And the reason, like I said before, the reason roots hit a lot of black people so hard is because many black people didn't know the depths of slavery. until they saw roots. So we're still relatively new to this. So as I said, let's deal with our people. Leave these other people alone. I deal with some white folks before I deal with them people of color. They've helped us in the past. People of color haven't. They haven't done a thing. Jews have. They've helped black people in the past. Only Jews and white people. Everyone else, they haven't done anything. Not in any numbers. Really, from what I've seen, nothing at all, really. So let's help ourselves. If some other people help us, fine. We have to help ourselves first. And not worry about those other people. Because still the struggle is ours. They can help out, but the struggle is still ours. And we have to be at the forefront. But this marching that they're doing over those immigrants, you can go do it if you want to, but not our fight. See, they want you to get out there, declare martial law, and throw you out to a prison in another country. They're waiting on that. But it's not giving them the ammunition. And if you see somebody with a hood and an unmarked van in your neighborhood trying to grab somebody, because they don't have no business coming in no black neighborhood with that. And if they do, I better deal with them folk. I don't care who they are. I'm going to deal with them. Because they don't have no business coming in. Nobody's pulling me in an unmarked van with a mask on. I don't care who they are. And these other people who they are looking for, don't let them hide out in our city, in our area. Go on back where you was at. Go on back. Fairmont City, wherever you from. Don't come running up in here. You was talking about taking your children away from our school district. Now you think you're going to run up in here and hide? And if you all let them come and hide up around your area, you some fools. Because they wouldn't let you do it in their area. And I'm staying in Fairmont City, wherever they at. And I tell you now, don't let no unmarked people in an unmarked vehicle with masks on drag you or anybody or any of us out in a car. We got to deal with that. Because if you don't, those people are going to end up somewhere you don't know where they're at. And none of us fit that criteria. But the only thing I'm saying, if you keep up all these low crimes you're doing, they may use that as a reason. But if they commit a crime, throw them in jail, let them go to court. You're going to have no business coming up here, throwing over somebody in a van with you got a mask on. If you all let them do it, you some fools. You have no business coming in our neighborhood with that. And if these people come up here jumping out of U-Hauls with assault rifles on the march, you need to give them something to jump back up in that U-Haul for. As I said before, we got to stop taking stuff off folks. Quit being so passive with folks, because when one of us do something to each other, we ready to do something to each other in a minute. Just say something the other don't like, disagree with them. But everyone else, we're so passive with them. Don't you let them folks come up in here with them. I don't care who they are. If you law enforcement, take that mask off your face. Show your badge. Show your uniform. Take that mask off your face. Don't come running up here in an unmarked vehicle. Because it's not going to end well for you. Did you come like you law enforcement? You come like you law enforcement. Don't come up here playing crazy like that. And I don't know why you all will allow them to do it. Taking your people in an unmarked van, you can sit there and watch them. Don't do that. But be sitting there recording, talking about, do you know that ain't right? Show them it's not right. We show our people when we think something not right. We'll do it to our people in a minute. We gotta protect ourselves and defend ourselves. They train ourselves. So they up in the hills training themselves. Hand in hand combat and with assault rifles and like they want to assault us. But we have to be ready for them if they do. It's time to stop playing. It's time to stop playing because they're not going to be playing with us. And we got to get ready for it. And people can take this any way they want to take it. They can say I'm inciting. I didn't tell people to go out and do nothing. I'm telling them to defend themselves. Against unlawful acts. Unmarked vehicles with masks on, that's an unlawful act. You don't know who those people are. That's right, you don't know who they are. And if you stand there and watch them throw somebody up in that van, you know you wouldn't watch one of us do it, would you? Why are we so scared of everyone else, but tough with each other? You know, a big 200-pound black woman would stand up in a store and let a little 90-pound Asian woman kick her butt over some nails, claiming she stole something. She didn't steal nothing. Crying. But that same woman would fight 2 or 3 black women at one time. And black man stand there and watch your Arab beat up another black man. And they got the gall to come up in our neighborhood and do that. See, those Arabs wouldn't do that in the white neighborhoods. They're not gonna go there messing with their women, and they're not gonna go there trying to fight and attack anyone. And they're gonna talk to them people right, because I've been in Arab stores in white neighborhood. Completely different people. They behave completely different. But they do that to us because they know we're gonna take it with no repercussions. But we're gonna have to get ready and then leave people of color alone, let them get what they get. Just like they let us got what we got. And with that, I want to say good night. Thank you for tuning in to No More Water Fire. Next time, I hope you continue to tune in and tell people about it. Share this on your social media page and subscribe to City of Champions on YouTube. And also, tonight I'm broadcasting on ESL 89 Blocks on Facebook. I also have City of Champions TV on YouTube. But you'll see it up later on there. But right now, it's City of Champions. No, it's not City of Champions. ESL 89 Blocks Media on Facebook tonight. But also subscribe to it. And there's a No More Water Fire Next Time page on Facebook, but I don't have as many members on there. That's why I'm not broadcasting on there live from there yet. I put it up on there later. But be sure to tell people about this program and like it and share it. And I do plan to start having guests on, but I've been doing a lot of this impromptu. I just decided to do it and do it. I do have guests scheduled for later in the month to start coming on with me. And we can discuss items, because that's what I like to do, discuss issues. Not just me sit and talk. I really like to discuss issues and we hash it out, because I want to have more than just my point of view. But I do have to say I do form my point of view from facts and statistics. I read and I study stuff before I talk about it. I look it up. And a lot of it I've been knowing about anyway. But thank you for tuning in to No More Water Fire Next Time. My name is Larry Duncan Allen. And I'd like to say to you a good night. Let me take my graphic down. So many monitors here, I don't know which one to touch. Okay, good night.